Probably could use that. Oh, just gonna keep this on because I'm not planning on drawing anything, but just gonna keep this on. This is my final breathing. That works. I'm gonna get my thing real quick. Oh, but it's killing me that I do not have like something up for it. Probably could also go live on like my iPad, but I feel like it's just a little more easier with my phone. This is my final breathing, my last resort, suffocation, no breathing, no more. Oh, crazy hello. Oi. Alright, there you go. Alright, well, as you can see, finally I am kinda back. Just wanna get a couple things out of the way. Reason I have not streamed in like about a little over 2 weeks now. Well, like I said, stuff happened. Last time we talked, I believe I said I was going to, what's it called? I was going to an anime convention, and first of all, that was fun, and I'll talk about that later on. But after that, well, I guess after and during that time, I mean, just during the whole sequence, yeah. Essentially what happened is, well, I also said it before that we were moving. So we finally moved during, before, and after. We were just getting ready to move into the new house, which I am currently in, obviously. Which case, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Obviously new wall, new house. I would take a picture of the house, but I'd rather not. You know, obviously privacy reasons and whatnot. But yeah. Aside from that, if you hear something, that's just in the background. But yeah. So, aside from that, like, everyone has just been, I don't know, man. Now I'm freaking distracted with that. Yes? You busy? Yes. Thank you for at least asking. You want to finish? Actually, I am. One of those things, actually, I've not been able to do as much fitness as I wanted to because of the fact that it's, with the move and everything, with me going to work, like, there was a lot of stuff we had to get through, so there was just not really much time. But slowly but surely, I was able to start again, like, last week, because now I'm starting to get more into a rhythm, because one of the biggest things about this new change is the fact that now I am sharing a room with my younger brother. And I have not shared a room with him for, like, I'm going to be excluding Florida in this conversation because that was the whole thing. But I had not had to be in the same room with him for maybe 5-6 years. And I gotta lie, I can't lie, I miss the privacy. But it is what it is. So, but like I said, I've been working out a new routine, trying to figure out when he's out, when I can stream and all that. And so far so good. You know, he's at some kind of school thing right now. So whenever I have the time, that's going to be something I actually want to talk about real quick. Whenever I have the time now to like make shorts, or like, because most of the time when I'm going to be making shorts now, I'm going to be much more constricted than I was last year. And I was already constricted as is because of the fact that I was going in person to school a lot. Like, all my classes were in person. So now, I only have 2 classes in person for college, and the rest of them are online. I got 3 classes online. But it's still going to be a very uphill battle because of the fact, like, once again, I'm sharing a room, so I don't know when he's going to be here or how long. Not to mention I have to get my schoolwork done, and then depending on how things go with the classes, I'm probably going to have to go into, probably going to sign up for more hours at work. And then, of course, if I'm feeling interested in joining any clubs, nothing really stuck out to me. Like, there was a lot of interesting clubs, but nothing really stuck out to me to where I also wanted to go. Also, we just didn't. I just didn't feel like we were in the best position yet, so I just kind of abstained from all that. But other than that, it's been really fair for the most part. So who knows? Maybe this year will be different. But yeah. And then the last thing, what's it called? Something else I wanted to talk about is the fact that I don't know, man. Like it's gonna be a little more stressful this year because of the fact that there's just a lot more stuff going on. Like I said, with the time constrictions and everything, it's gonna be a major uphill battle to make content. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on all of that and just try to do that. Hopefully, my goal is to continue doing just the normal daily shorts, but also hoping to continue using the short side, doing the shorts that I normally do. Because for the most part, I usually just use my computer. I use my laptop, and then I like record, and then I like record talking about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen. If you guys haven't, go ahead and just watch one of them. You'll understand what I'm trying to say. But I use my laptop to use clips of shows or something of what I'm talking about. Then I just talk over it, and then I just like try to answer the question and make my point, all that, blah blah blah. Another homosexual YouTuber. Okay, I don't know what your deal is, dude. I'm literally just talking about whatever. But if you're gonna be like that, then please leave. No one's asking you to stick around. Gucci belt by Soup. I'm assuming you're talking about like the that YouTuber Soup from the Goon Squad or whatever they're called. But I even if it's not copyrighted, I don't even know if I want to because I've never heard of it, so I'm not sure how what's it called. Yeah, but I'll probably abstain for now. Hey yo, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a great day. Speaking of which, thank you for everyone except Super Dude coming in to say hi. Cause what's it called? Because once again, that's just rude. What's your problem? But other than that, going back to other stuff. Now I forgot my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. But I think I essentially was wrapping up everything I wanted to talk about with the content and everything. Now moving on to college and stuff. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I'm not sure how many of you guys are in school or whatnot. But for me, my college starts next week. And I'm not looking forward to it. Especially because of the fact that during that week, I'm working at least like 30 hours. That's like rounding it, by the way. But yeah, I'm working already close to 30 hours this week. So next week, I'm working that as well. And then I'm getting settled into my classes and everything. So it's just going to be really annoying. Not to mention, it's just like 1 week away, like one last week of summer, and I'm using it for work and everything. Because I only got 3 days off. That's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Because I requested those days off. My sister made a schedule, but she didn't even stick with it, so happy with that. But other than that, yeah. So I'm really going to have to soak up like all the last moments of free time that I have to just do what's it called. Also, for the anime people out there, recently I just started watching Full Metal Alchemist. I watched it before we moved. I have not gotten back into watching it. I don't know why, but I just have not. I was trying getting back into it like Wednesday, but I'm also thinking about starting The Walking Dead. I'm not gonna lie, it's been eyeing me for a while now, or I guess I've been eyeing it. Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get back into Full Metal Alchemist. I promise. I want to finish the anime. But so far, if it's not to the point where I'm like obsessively watching it, like I literally did the same thing with Black Clover, or I guess I didn't do the same thing with Black Clover, where I was just like obsessively watching it. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's just not for me, but I still plan on finishing it. I don't want to start it and then just not finish it because first of all, it does seem like very unique, and maybe I'm gonna be missing out on Diamond Mine. If you know what the reference is, you know. But yeah. Aside from that, nothing. I almost just did an impromptu face reveal right there. But other than that, yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, it sucks that I'm starting college. I'm just hating it so much. Like, this summer really went by, and I'm glad. For the most part, I'm glad. But at the same time, it's just like, school's starting. And it's just, Anyways, I'm not gonna let that weigh me down. What's it called? Also, when it comes to one thing, going off topic real quick, going back to gaming streams, I will probably continue doing them, especially Marvel Rivals, because I have an idea of wanting to get into Marvel Rivals in particular and getting back into it, as well as trying to go for my first Lord character. And then I also want to get the first person I have really close to Lord is Cloak and Dagger, because I'm mostly like a support main. So I want to get them to Lord, then I want to get to Blade, and I want to get him as Lord. Then I want to try learning some kind of tank, and then getting used to them, and then try getting them to Lord. Essentially, I just want to get the 3 characters, not characters, like 3 group types, or like 3 classes to Lord, or at least, yeah, basically I just want to get them to Lord. Jeez, man. But yeah. So aside from that, other than that, it's been interesting. But yeah, I'm really upset that what's it called. Also, I'm gonna try and make this quick and short because I just want to get over everything real quick, and that's really it. So aside from that, and I already went through that. One thing I never got to talk about was because, like I said, busy moving and all that. Uh, I wanted to talk about my experience about the anime convention that I went to. So what's it called? So if you're not interested in anime, sorry, but this is what we're gonna do now. So like I said, as you guys know, I went to an anime convention and I got a good amount of souvenirs. In which case, I'm missing one of them, or at least 2 of them. But I'll be right back and I'll go get them. They're still in my room. I just need to get them. They're already like hanging up on the bookcase and everything. So just give me one quick second. Okay, maybe a little more longer because I don't know where this other one is. What the frick is it? I think it might be buried under a box of like other crap that I have, but yeah. Anyways, I at least got one of them, so we should be good. But for right now, I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons why I was there. When I looked up the anime convention, like what was going to be going on, or at least like buying the tickets, I wanted to see if there were going to be guest talkers, in which case they were. But there was a lot more interesting things than just that. So when I got there, I immediately got to what's it called? I immediately got to work and seeing where the VAs were. Like I said, also here's me at the anime convention right here. Obviously, I glossed over my face. One thing, I've said it before, but one thing I will continue to. Actually, I'm just kind of disappointed now. I don't really regret it anymore. But one thing that I'm majorly disappointed in is the fact that I didn't cosplay. And I was so mad because I remember before I went in that I was like, oh, they probably have like clothes or something like that for sale. Because I think that there was like, maybe it's like the bigger conventions where that happens, but could have sworn there are people who do sell like at least like memorabilia for like of like clothing, like T-shirts or something like that, at least sweatshirts. But there was none of that. It was mostly just like a ton of art and just like a ton of other crap. But yeah, this is my first time at an anime convention. I didn't dress up, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. But other than that, it was a fine experience. I'm not gonna lie. Like with all the art and everything, there's only so much that I could buy. Not to mention, was not the wisest with my money early that week, so was not the best. But I saw a lot of fun. In which case, one thing that I was really excited about, obviously, like I said, was meeting the VAs. And the first VA that I got to meet was Bryson Balgus, aka the voice of people like, I don't know if there are any Blue Lock fans, but like this, I think he voices Nagi from Blue Lock. And then there's Nirei as from Windbreaker. And then my personal favorite, he's literally wearing the shirt too. He voices Rudo from Gachi Akuda. And if you don't know, I've been following Gachi Akuda recently. I've been loving it so far. But meeting him was absolutely amazing. And then, like I said, I glossed over my face because I, don't want to give away my face. But what's it called? I was smiling so hard under here because it was so amazing just meeting the man. Ah, that was such a great experience. But even though it was awesome meeting this man and I got a photo with him, one thing that topped it for me was the fact that I got to meet the one and only Clifford Chapin. This man is the voice of so many amazing freaking characters. He voices Bakugo from MHA. He voices freaking Connie Springer from Attack on Titan. I know a lot of people probably won't realize this, but one of my favorite romance animes, The Duke of Death and His Maid, he voices the Duke. Like, and Longers from Black Clover too. Like, it was he was the person I was excited to meet most. As soon as I saw his name, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I'm going. He's one of the main reasons why I was so quick to buy those freaking tickets. Good lord, man, it was so awesome meeting him. I even got to ask him a question between who would win in a fight between Bakugo and Longus. We both agreed with Bakugo, so obviously he knows game. But holy crap, this was one of my favorite parts of the whole trip. And if I could go back in time and do it again, I absolutely would in a heartbeat. Because that's how cool the man was. Ah, so great, man. Also, he's a really cool dude. He's a lot stronger than I thought he was. But other than that, like I said, it was a great experience. But that's not all. Because like I said, I was at a convention after all. I was going to buy some stuff. Especially one of the biggest things that I bought was the fact that you saw in the photo too. But I got a autographed, signed photo of Bakugo with his initials on it. Bro, I'm still looking into buying a frame, but this right here, this is my most prized possession. I have a freaking like $200-300 knife. I have a freaking computer, a monitor, and a laptop, and so much crap. But if you ask me what was my most prized possession, it would be this sign. It would be this signed photo of Bakugo, or at least this like print of Bakugo, and with this signature. This is my most prized possession. I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna be buried with that crap. And then another thing I bought was this little art piece right here, holding it upside down. That's my bad. I bought this from some random vendor, but you can see it's got the main trio. We got Bakugo, Deku, and what's it called? I was thinking about getting this sign from Bakugo, from Clifford Chaplin, but Clifford Chapin. Jeez, I can't speak. But I looked into my money and I didn't have enough. I don't think that's the reason. I actually think I think at that point I was just tired because I was just like, eh. I get very worn out quickly. But another thing that I bought was this little Todoroki figure, and I believe this is signed by Todoroki's voice actor. So that's why you see that little blue signature right there. And once again, this is another big thing to me. Although I didn't get it signed from him personally, so it's kind of it's kind of a little less. But yeah, those are like some of the major things I really want to talk about. So that was fun. Like I said, anime convention experience. This one so far, it wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed a lot of the things. I'm glad I got to meet Clifford and all of them. I was planning on meeting his wife because his wife was there. She's the voice of Akane from Oshinoko, and also voices the maid from Duke of Death and his maid. But other than that, her line specifically was like really long, and I don't know why. Also, there was like another person there, but Austin Tyndall was there, but he wasn't like on the thing. I think he was either taking a lunch break or doing something else important. But I didn't get to see him or take a picture, and I was I was kind of upset. I mean, once again, the major reason I was there was because of Bakugo. But it would have been cool if I got to see him there, but I was one of that as well. Hello, Salvatore. Hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I've heard that pronounced. But correct me if I'm wrong. Salvatore, how you doing, man? Or woman? You know. How you doing, man? Hope you have a great day or a great night, depending on where you are. Speaking of which, I finally did that art piece, and I've been working on some other ones. But personally, I've just been, what's it called? Sal, okay. Hey, Sal, how you doing, man? Glad you're giving me something. Speaking of which, I'll just show you guys right now. How do I get rid of this? Forgot how to get rid of this. Anyways, this is one of the art pieces that I've been working on for the channel. I made this very weird. I don't know why, but I wanted to do a little more with it. I mean, this is like a leather jacket that I have in my closet that I've worn, I feel like, a pretty good amount of times. I've been doing pretty good so far. But yeah, this is some of the art that I made. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Probably just going to have it just because, or for some reason, I guess. I just wanted to make it, although the legs are kind of weird to me. I feel like it spreaded them out way too weird. But it is what it is. So, gallery. I know I made it. Here we go. Looks very good. Thank you. I try very hard with this. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Alright, I finally made this. I finally made the piece where I said have a great day or have a great day / night. This is going to be like the end card of it. Where I just sign off and have that little piece playing. basically that's gonna be like the wrapping up thoughts and everything. And then I made another piece. Let's see the gallery. Then I made another piece. This one's pretty simple. This one's for when I do a face reveal. Don't plan on doing a face reveal anytime soon. But it's nice to have it just in advance. Like, this is the one, this is what I have in mind. I was thinking about having it, like, brown first, you know, because brown. But I asked my mom specifically, and she was like, yeah, it looks better if it was gray. So I'm like, all right, I'll just stick with gray. But I like it. It's simple, unique, and it didn't really take me that long, so it's good. Like I said, working on some other stuff too. Working on some birthday pieces. Also, I want to do there's no real reason why I want to do this, but there's like this one piece where I really want to I want to get better at like doing female hair because I want to do like stories eventually with this kind of art. So one of the biggest things I want to do is just, you know, be able to actually draw women hair. But other than that, I don't think there's really much else to talk about. I talked about moving and everything, about the new house, about my worries and concerns about streaming when I'm living in such a confined space now, especially when it comes to the fact that now I'm going to be even more constricted because college is going to be starting soon. I'm worried about making shorts and everything, but I don't know why, but even though it's going to be a lot more different this year, I can already tell. I don't feel like it's going to be like something like even that badly. I don't know. It's just some weird feeling that for this year especially, I just feel like something's going to happen this year. That's going to like really change stuff. I don't know what's going to change, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good, like I said. Also, this is my attempts of drawing female hair right now, so I mean, not the best. Like, I tried doing like different art styles. I went to this one art page and I just tried to copy them from the pictures. Yeah, it's not like, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, I feel like. Obviously, much room for improvement, but definitely feel like it could be a lot worse. I honestly think I'm just going to try sticking with like one art style, then just like, or like one hairstyle, then boom, just to go with that. But other than that, like I said, I believe I got through everything I talked. Finally got to the stuff about the anime convention. Finally got to talking about this. I plan on going back to gaming streams and everything. But I think for the most part, that's where we're going to end off for now. One thing I do want to talk about is that I just made a short talking about this. It was something similar to this. Like, would you watch this movie, or do you agree that this movie should have been made? In which case, like I said, yes. I also have another question where it's like, this one I'm going to answer tomorrow because I streamed today. Let me see if I can try to find it. Give me a second. Yeah. Also, trying to go over a few of the questions I plan on answering this week, with this one being tomorrow's question, which is, who will end up the greater hero down the line, Todoroki or Deku? In which case, I feel like personally it's going to be Deku. Because my reasoning is if Shoto's number 2, just like Endeavor, then we gotta have someone to literally be like All Might. I mean, yeah, Mirio is number 1, and that makes sense, and that does make what's it called? Like that does fit the dynamic, but at the same time, like Deku, it's not just in popularity. That's the thing. Like I'm not just thinking about like the polling system in MHA. I'm thinking about the overall fact that Deku, because of the fact that he joined as a hero again, and the fact that he immediately like jumped so far up to as his spot as number 4. Which I think I also have a picture of. But the fact that he was able to jump so high in such a short amount of time of being a hero, I definitely feel like that's what's it called. Because like I said, Mirio number 1 makes sense. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and 5. Like these two, I just feel like at the end of the day, Deku is gonna have a lot more influence to some degree than Shoto. Even though Shoto is gonna be doing great as a hero, even if their rankings stay the same, I just feel like at the end of the day, Deku probably will end up being the greater hero. I just feel like he just has it in his blood to be much more different. By the way, what's your favorite anime? Thanks for asking, Sal. Let me know what your favorite anime is if you do have one. Because my favorite anime, it comes down to, I'm not gonna lie, it comes down to MHA. Like I love the story. I love everything about it. I'm not gonna lie, it does come from a little bit of bias because of the fact that I love superheroes. Love them since I was a kid. This anime speaks to me while also intertwines with like a bunch of different important themes. And I don't care what I don't care what other people say, bro. This series means a lot to me. I feel like it does deliver some good messages. Can it fix some things? But yes, but you could literally say that about any kind of anime or manga. Like, not every anime or manga out there is going to be the most perfect thing. It's, yeah. One Piece. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, I probably could have guessed that. But at the same time, it makes sense. From my understanding, One Piece is a generational anime that's been going on for like years now. So it makes sense. So, not much I could say. I've never really watched anime. I was I only started watching anime in 2020, so that's my reasoning. I wasn't interested in watching something from like then. I will say I plan on watching all the big three. All the big three animes. I do want to watch them. And I know it's gonna take very long for me to catch up. But at the same time, like I feel like it would be great to catch up to it. But that's far down the line when I have the time for it. I think the first one I would start was Naruto because for some reason, I don't know if this is true, but for me, I just feel like it's gonna be a lot shorter. Not to mention, I feel like it probably is like the more troublesome because of the fact that it has Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and Boruto. If I want to continue that going down that streak, but I've heard a lot of things from Boruto, and I've seen a lot of crap from Boruto, and it's something. I think I would watch One Piece next, and then probably Bleach. But who knows? You know. Wait, are you kind of new to anime? Well, like I said, I started in 2020. I started. My first anime was, if you want to be technical, my first anime was Pokemon. Okay, but when I started taking anime seriously, what got me interested was Attack on Titan, and that was like 5 years ago. Then I watched Sword Art Online. Then what did I watch after that? I think I want yeah. Then I got interested in romance anime like Komi-san, and then Kimi no that was like much later on. Takagi-san, that was another thing. Mostly whatever was on Netflix. I'm not gonna lie. Hunter x Hunter. I did start Hunter x Hunter, but I dropped it at episode 5. Not because I mean it was I wasn't really too interested yet, but also I was hit like with that was like during a time when I was like in college and like things were getting a little more stressful because I was trying to get like a bunch of things done. I had a bunch of homework that I wanted to get done early, and then once again, I was trying to keep up with the pressures of like being able to stream, like make content and all that. So I was mostly just trying to like figure out how to do that stuff. Like anime at that time was like not something like completely on my mind yet. I was trying. That's why I was for the most part during that time of college. I was trying to really stick to animes that I knew and the animes that I feel like were short. But now that I've had this summer and everything, I feel like, especially this summer, I felt like I've had a lot more time to like be able to comprehend some new stuff and all that. So for the most part, I feel like I'm a little more well rounded. But I do plan on rewatching, or at least continuing Hunter x Hunter. Maybe after Full Metal Alchemist, I'll go back to it. But right now, what's it called? Because now that I've gotten a grasp of the college life, it's hopefully going to be a little more interesting. Like I said, this year does feel a little more different, so maybe something else will change along with that. But other than that, I think, like I said, I think I finally got to where I wanted to. So I think we will end it there. In which case, thank you to everyone who dropped by. Thank you to everyone who said hi or asked a question, except Super Dude, once again. Very rude introduction to someone. Like, what? Why disrespect someone like right off the bat like that? But other than that, thank you, Salvatore, especially. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. Like I said, I wanted to make this a little more shorter than normal, although this feels like a typical stream now. But yeah. Glad I was able to get through everything from moving to the anime convention to, like later life updates and all that. So yeah. With that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, go ahead, drop a like, drop a sub to your friends. And as always, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I had to burp. Yeah, what's up? I can stick around for a little while longer. That's just what I usually like to do before I wrap up. I didn't have any thoughts, so I probably would what's going. But anyways, yeah. If you have a question, go ahead and shoot. Oh my, I don't know why I'm so burpy. I'm sorry. Also, we're gonna go ahead and take it. What's it called? We're gonna take off my drawing glove. It was nice while I had it, but what's it called? Maybe if I could, I will watch you. Well, I plan on going live again tomorrow. Hopefully this time it's going to be a Call of Duty stream. But because I really want to get into that game again. But yeah, like I said, I really do want to get better at going on live streams again. So yeah, I do plan on going in tomorrow. But if I can't do tomorrow, then hopefully Wednesday or through Friday, because those are the days I have off from work. So I'll try to be streaming early in the morning because I feel like that'll be the best time too. Around that time, I guess. But anyways, yeah, no problem. I'd love it if you stop by too, man. I've been what's it called? You seem like a very interesting person. I'd love to chat some more about random animes or whatever. Honestly, honestly, I'm really open to talk about anything except sports. I don't have a prejudice or anything. I just don't know enough about sports or don't really care enough about sports to talk about. So that's really why I'm just like from sports. Like I said, no prejudice or anything, no hatred. It's just I don't understand many sports and I just don't really care enough to know about them, honestly. But yeah, if that's all you have to ask, then yeah. Feel free to stop by anytime if you ever have the time for it. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna go drink water or something, try to get rid of the burp or something. But anyways, like I said, it's fun night, guys. Take notes. I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys. Peace. Any last thoughts anyone has before I end off? Don't want to cut you guys off. All right. Let us out. Hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your day or night to the rest of you guys. Later.